Welcome back to part 8 of our long play. We're in January of year 4 and we're looking at North Hamburg. We have a bit of treasury. There's no military in this playthrough. I think the next series that I'm going to do is going to be a beginner friendly military campaign against the Baron. Maybe even on challenging settings, just to show that it's possible even without being a pro at the game or anything. If you set it up properly, you can beat the Baron quite easily actually without even placing military. But anyway, this is not this playthrough. Here we're developing Nord Hamburg in a peaceful way with our quarry and our fields. Now I do remember, yeah, we have quite a bit of ale consumption. Level 1 burgages do not demand ale. However, as soon as you start offering ale, they will start consuming it. And every family consumes 4 ale per year. So once you activate the tavern, know that all of these 39 families will be consuming 4 ale per year. So your production has to fit that. If it doesn't, you'll have to step up production or import stuff. Our production, let's have a look. We look at the records, go to resources, set it to past 12 months. And then look at commodities where you'll find ale. So you can see here that at the moment, and it's the first season, I think that we actually had the farm going. So we're producing 150 ale per year currently. 150, we need, let's say 40 times 4 means we need 160. So we barely produce enough ale right now to provide these 40 families with ale. So we're going to have to step up production just a bit. I mean, we have a surplus now, but that'll be gone quickly as we add more people and then activate the tavern. So what I'm going to do is check the granary. We have a lot of space there, so that's good. We will be adding more to our surplus before we activate the tavern. And we don't really need ale unless we want to upgrade any of the burgages. So that we're in no hurry to activate the tavern, because again, once we activate it, the demand is going to start. So let's not rush it. We'll add more fields to this farmhouse, add some more workers to it. We'll add another farm up here. There's good farmland up here for barley. So yeah, there'll be a farm here, and there'll be fields here and here, and probably here as well. And then we'll make more ale in order to be prepared for more growth, because I do want to add more houses as well. And we're gonna start our playthrough with that, I think. So let's try to make it look nice. The farm for barley. Let's just build that road here, and that will be farmland. This forester's hut, I think we're gonna move to over here, because yeah, we'll be building more of a forest down here. What are you doing down there? Probably a trader? Interesting. Oh, do we have enough horses? Yes, we do. Still interesting. Anyway, yeah, that forester is going to move. We'll add one more big veggie garden, or maybe 2 more veggie gardens up here. Also be adding someone to the mining pit and switch them from the mining pit to the clay furnace. We do have the sheep farm going. Yeah, sheep are now coming in again after we killed all the sheep in the last playthrough, which was, you know, not a good mistake to make, but, you know, we're learning that mistakes don't matter and any mistake can be mitigated by something. So, let's see, can we add to this farm sensibly with barley? This is not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad either. Now, all of these fields are on a 2-crop, 1-fallow rotation. And I think what we might do is just add some fields here on a 1-crop, 3-year rotation, just to make sure that we get the maximum out of it. Which also means if they're on a 3-year rotation with just 1 crop, you don't need to add that many people to the farm. But for now, let's just make sure that we get more people in. So let's build some houses and try to make it look nice. And we have enough food, so we don't have to worry about adding a lot of houses. There are never more than 2 people coming in anyway, so I think 3 at the maximum setting, but 2 is normally achievable, I think over 80%. Not aiming for that for the moment though. Just want to add some apiaries in order to further help fertility. And I do want to check our fuel supplies. Just to make sure that we're doing okay there. So we set this to 200. We're already down to 5 months up there. I think we'll set this to 300 for now. And we'll add another firewood cutter down here in combination with the forester who can just, you know, help some forests along down here. And the other forester that we have already is working on adding forest here. But as we'll be growing the town down here, we'll probably have to move them again, which is not an issue. So clicking tab to check what everyone's doing. So every one of our burgages that has someone living there has an active backyard extension, and this is something that you definitely should be looking out for. Do not build burgages without an active extension. They should all be either producing food or be part of your production chain for any industrial products. You should also, if you're a beginner, of course, if you've played the game for a while, you already know that, but if you're a beginner, don't build double burgage plots like you used to. Because in older versions, well, newcomers to the game wouldn't be used to old stuff, but don't build double burgages. And even worse, don't build double burgages without backyard extension. But double burgages should be only used for big veggie gardens or orchards, or like I did here with the double burgage plot for the tailor. This was made specifically so that the tailor can, that one tailor house basically can work better. So we have 2 tailors basically producing clothes, and we should be seeing clothes coming in pretty quickly. But again, we killed the sheep in one of the last videos because I forgot to set reserves at the butcher. Now as yarn comes in, then these 2 tailors will be producing clothes very efficiently. And that's why I use the double burgage for that. Other than that, double burgages should only be for large veggie gardens or orchards. Trust me on that. Okay, so the miner is working on the clay. That's good. We'll also be adding a miner to the iron pit here. We'll be selling the iron down to 0 and then just buy the tools that we need, because it's not going to serve us in the long run anyway. We'll always be forced to buy tools. So I'll just take advantage of the good selling price here for iron and sell it down to 0. So we're also now making sure that we have everything set to sell that we can sell. I'm also seeing here that we have 30 hides and we don't have leather yet. So we'll be building a tannery. We'll be exporting iron ore. We're exporting herbs. That's good. We won't be exporting wool. That'll be made into yarn. We're exporting stone. That's good. We won't be exporting malt. We'll make all of that into ale. And then we're not... honey and wax are things that we're going to add to these new burgages. And then clay will be made into tiles that we're going to need. And then everything else here is fine. We're not producing any of that. We don't have to worry about that. We will not be selling ale. It makes a really good price, but unless I'm certain that we produce enough of a surplus consistently, yeah, we're not selling ale. And right now we have to make sure that once we start selling ale, we at this point we'll need 160 ale per year, so 4 ale per family per year. And we're not producing that yet, so yeah, we're not selling that. So anyway, tools, we'll set that up to 15 because we have more buildings now that need maintenance with tools. We're exporting rubble stone, and we're seeing, as with the rough stone, we're seeing that sales are somewhat stalling. So what we're going to do is, before we add more farmland, we're going to add another trader to accelerate our sales rates for the stone. Because right now our traders are just too busy doing other stuff. And we're also going to make sure that they're, you know, the right, or the people from good burgages are working as traders. So let's give them the 2 hitching posts. I think this one was placed badly. Yeah, we'll do this. And then add a hitching post here. And then once they're done, they'll be upgraded. And the trader will also get, just like this one, they'll get 4 horses. And then we should be good. The miner is working. Once their storage is full, we'll put the miner into the clay furnace. And here, yeah, we'll start with the apiary because I want to start selling honey and wax. So all of these will be apiaries. We need 5. It costs a lot of money. It's 50 per apiary, but it's definitely worth it because it's going to make you a lot of money in sales. So this burgage plot, right now, it's level 1. Once the pears start growing, we'll be upgrading that. And we are now in year 4. I think we built these in year 2. So these will be amongst the first that we'll upgrade. and they will also get the second family to go in there just to make sure that we have enough families to actually harvest all this stuff. And I think this is one of the, because this is pretty big, so let's give them the second family to help with harvesting, and let's build another big burgage plot with veggies here. That's good. All right, the supplies don't really worry me. For now, it's just, you know, another veggie plot here. I think we might be doing beetroots on this one. Beetroots isn't great, it's just for variety.
Cheated him?
Oh,
Never.
look, there's sheep coming
Perhaps he
in.
simply does not know how
That's
to
good.
cook
So we
properly.
now have 22 and 2 lambs. That's good. I'm not producing any mutton from them yet because of the reserves that we've set in the butcher. And of course the mistake that we made with accidentally butchering all the sheep. It happens. Okay, so this is all going pretty well. I think I want the trading post to be of priority because we're just not trading enough. Okay, the rubble stone is now gone. That's good. Rough stone also. Maybe they don't do as much trading in the winter. I'm not sure. But having more traders as we add more stuff to trade is always good. So firewood is getting better, so we should be seeing that here. So food variety is a bit skewed right now because we've just upgraded here, so of course they're, you know, not fulfilling that fourth food need just yet. That's fine, so I'm not worried about the 98% here. But this is clothes. They're, you know, these 4 burgages are waiting for clothes that they're not getting yet. But that should be coming in soon as we add yarn. And then of course you won't have yarn if you don't have a weaver, so, you know, let's add a weaver. Which, you know, I keep going back to this, never be afraid to make mistakes or forget stuff. You know, if you see that you're building a surplus of something and it doesn't, you know, like I see here with wool and yarn, we have a lot of wool, but we don't have yarn. Okay, something in that production chain isn't working. In this case, no yarn is being made. What's the solution? You know, look for your weaver. I didn't have someone in the weaver's workshop, so, you know, that's an easy fix. It can also happen later, you know, as you have more sheep and more wool, you might have to add another shepherd, or, you know, you might have to add another weaver, or add another tailor in order to fulfill all of the needs that you have. In this case, we have a tailor. They're just waiting for stuff to do. You know, they've done nothing so far because they had no yarn to work with. And now that we have a weaver, we'll quickly see that yarn will be made. And then we'll see clothes coming in as well. So no issue there. So what else do we have to do? They are working down here. That's good. We gave them a bridge to go over. And then let's speed this up just a bit. And see how we can develop. But we're still going okay with regional wealth. We haven't fully staffed the quarry yet, so we can definitely produce more there. And we're also going to start preparing the next step of production, which is the lime kiln and no, not the and the stonemason station. These two will be producing in a very, very limited fashion. I just want 20 refined stone or dressed stone made so that we can upgrade the church, and the lime kiln will only produce up to maybe 20 or 40 mortar, just so that we can, you know, we have enough for upgrading houses, and I don't think it's needed for maintenance or anything, but really very, very limited, just to make sure that we have the resource that we need from what we're producing ourselves anyway. If you don't have a quarry and you've already used up your rubble stone, so if you don't have a rich stone resource, you will have to buy the mortar and rubble stone and whatnot, which, you know, if your trade is going strong, should not be much of an issue. So we do have that horse. Don't be afraid to just click this. Once you buy more horses, they'll be added. And as we add more people, we'll be adding to the trader. And they should be coming in soon. We're mid-June. Going strong. Fuel is getting better. Food is okay. We're all good for now. 7 months of food is good, and there'll be more coming in September. This will be a strong harvest. This will be as well. So no worries there. And I think we'll be upgrading them as well because, you know, we want the harvest to be complete. And that second family from leveling up will help do that. So there we go. First clothes are being produced, which means that here, yep, those 4 level 2 houses in the middle have their clothes. So that's getting better. We're going to set this to overstock by 25. Food variety is good for pretty much everyone, but we'll be adding more people to here as well. But first, let's get the trader staffed, and then slowly but steadily add more people. So, as you can see here, apiation, we have 2% increased pollination. We have our 5 apiaries giving us the maximum 10% efficiency upgrade. That's good, and at the same time it gives us a good resource to sell. And as we've reached large village now, I think we'll take a break here, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.